In this video, we'll apply the first step of the structured approach to estimating energy savings for pump and fan energy-saving projects. Assessing what data are available will help you identify data gaps that will require assumptions to be made, what approaches can be used to estimate savings, and whether additional monitoring is needed to achieve the desired level of accuracy. The first step is to collect information about your system, starting with nameplate data. The nameplate provides basic information about the motor, such as revolutions per minute or RPM, the full load speed, which indicates when the output torque is equal to the rated load of the motor, the motor's horsepower rating, the efficiency, expressed as the ratio of shaft output power to electrical input power, the voltage, amps, and phase, and other information such as the equipment model, make, and serial number, which can be used to find additional manufacturer specifications. The second piece of information to check is the system curve and the pump or fan curve. These are useful for understanding the power consumption of your equipment under operating conditions. Pump or fan curves may be available from the manufacturer or may be generated by plotting outlet pressure at different flow rates. System curves are unique to your system and require engineering calculations that take into account the specific components and layout of your system. For complex systems, modeling software can be used, or the system curve can be generated empirically by measuring pressure at various flow rates. Next, you'll want to assess what operating data are being measured or logged. Power meters or ammeters that measure and log electrical demand or current at short intervals, 5 to 15 seconds, are useful in establishing a baseline, particularly in systems where the flow is variable. Other data that can be useful to characterize operation and assess the impact of changes to the system include flow, pressure, and fan or pump speed. With this information, you can determine if you need to fill in any data gaps. If you need accurate estimates and don't have logged data, you may want to install data loggers to measure power, pressure, and flow at 5-second intervals. If you don't need that level of accuracy, using the equipment specifications and engineering calculations, along with some assumptions around your flow profile, may be sufficient. Once you've collected the available data, your next step is to establish an energy consumption baseline. The next video in this series will explain this key step to ensure that your savings calculations are reasonable and don't contain significant errors.